You've probably heard that electricians make good money. Maybe someone told you it's a great trade to get into. Maybe you're already in it and wondering if you're getting paid what you're worth. In this video, I'm going to give you the actual numbers: apprentice, journeyman, master, business owner, plus the things nobody talks about: union versus non-union, Bay Area versus rural, what overtime really does to your paycheck, and how much a solo electrical contractor can actually pull in. No fluff, just the honest truth. I want to be real with you from the start. The answer to how much do electricians make is it depends. But it depends on specific things I'm going to break down for you right now. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what you should be making based on where you are in your career and where you live. Let's start at the beginning. If you're in a union apprenticeship program, you typically start at around 40 to 50% of journeyman wages. Here's what that looks like. Union apprentice, 5-year program. Year 1, 19 to 24, 40-45% of JW rate. Year 2, 22 to 27 per hour. Year 3, 26 to 30 per hour. Year 4, 29 to 35. Year 5, 33 to 40 per hour before JW card. Non-union apprentice, merit shop, open shop. Starting wage varies wildly, anywhere from $15 to $22 per hour. No guaranteed progression, but no dues either. Some non-union shops pay extremely well, some don't. The real number: most apprentices make $35,000 to $55,000 in their first 2 years. Not rich, but you're learning a skill that will pay you for decades. And unlike college, where you're paying to learn, here you're getting paid while you learn. That difference in starting position is enormous over the course of a career. This is where it gets interesting. A journeyman card is your golden ticket. National average, BLS, $63,000 to $75,000 a year for journeyman electricians. But national averages lie. Here's the breakdown by region. San Francisco Bay Area, NYC, Seattle, 42 to 58 hour, $87,000 to $120,000 a year before overtime. Chicago, Boston, LA, 38 to 48 hour, $79,000 to $100,000 per year. Mid-sized cities, Denver, Atlanta, Dallas, 28 to 38 hour, $58,000 to $79,000 per year. Rural areas, 20-28 hour, $4 to $58,000 per year. Union versus non-union at journeyman level. Union journeymen typically earn 20 to 30% more than non-union in the same area. Plus, they get benefits: pension, health insurance, paid vacation. Non-union can earn more in raw wages at some commercial shops, but the benefits gap is real. A $60K union journeyman with full benefits can be financially better off than a $70K non-union journeyman paying their own insurance and receiving no retirement contributions. The real number in a high-cost market with overtime: a Bay Area IBEW journeyman working consistent overtime can clear $130,000 to $160,000 per year. That's not an outlier. That's a regular guy with a union card who shows up. Once you're a journeyman with a few years under your belt, companies will push you into supervision roles. Typically 10 to 20% bump over journeyman. In a union shop, this is formalized. You're running 3 to 5 guys. Another 10-15% over foreman. You're managing multiple crews, 10 to 20 plus workers. In a big Bay Area commercial project, a GF might clear $120,000 to $140,000 with benefits. These roles come with responsibility: scheduling, material ordering, job site safety, but the pay jump is real. The best foremen are the ones who can manage people as well as they can pull wire. That combination is genuinely rare and well compensated. Getting your master license opens doors, the journeyman card doesn't. As a W-2 employee, master license holders often command 5 to 10 hour more than journeymen. Some commercial contractors pay significant premiums for masters who can pull permits and run projects. What it really means: the master license is the key to running your own electrical business legally. Without it, you can't pull permits in your own company's name in most states. In California, this is the C10 electrical contractor license. The test is not easy. Most people fail it twice before passing, but the upside is enormous. The investment in prep time and exam fees is one of the best ROI decisions an electrician can make. This is where the money gets real. Running your own electrical contracting business is a completely different income category. Residential electrician, solo, no employees. Hourly rate charged to customers, 125 to 25 per hour. Effective working hours year, 1,1500 after overhead, admin, etc. Revenue, 187,262. Overhead, van, tools, license, insurance, materials markup, 50,000 to 70,000 net, 120,000, 200,000. Working alone. Small electrical contractor, 2 to 5 employees. Revenue, 800,000 to 2,000 year. Profit margin, 15 to 25%. Owner net, 120,000 to 500,000. Commercial electrical contractor, commercial plus industrial. Single commercial project, $50,000 to $500,000. Multiple projects simultaneously. Owner net, 200,000 to 1,000 plus. That's not a fantasy. That's what licensed, well-run electrical contractors in a metro area actually make. The keywords are licensed, well-run, and consistently getting work. Here's what actually determines where you land in these ranges. 1. Location. Bay Area versus rural Ohio is a 3x difference in wages. If money is your goal, high-cost metro areas pay. 2. Union versus non-union. Union pays more on average, especially with benefits. Non-union can win in some markets and shops. Know your local market. 3. Specialty work. Industrial electricians, solar installers, EV charger installers, and data center specialists earn more than standard residential electricians. Specialize. 4. Overtime. This is huge. An electrician making $40 per hour who works 60 hours a week makes 50% more than one working 40 hours. Commercial and industrial work often means overtime. 5. Owning versus working. The biggest income multiplier is owning. You go from trading hours for dollars to having others generate revenue for you. 6. Business skills. Two contractors with the same trade skills can have wildly different incomes based on who markets better, prices better, and manages their business more professionally. The income ceiling in this trade is really a business skills ceiling. Let me give you a clean summary. Role, typical annual income. Apprentice, year 1, 35,000 to 45,000. Apprentice, year 4 to 5, 55,000 to $75. Journeyman, national, 65,000 to 85,000. Journeyman, Bay Area, 90,000, 160,000. Master foreman, 100,000, 140,000. Solo contractor, 120,000 to 200,000. Small business owner, 150,000 to 500,000 plus. Commercial contractor, 200,000 to 1 plus. When comparing union versus non-union wages, employee versus business owner income, there's a variable most people handle wrong. Benefits. A union journeyman making $85 per hour in the Bay Area who has employer-paid health insurance worth $800 to $1,000 a month for a family plan, a pension contribution, often 10 to 15% of wages going into a defined benefit plan, paid vacation, 2 to 4 weeks, and paid holidays is taking home more total compensation than the dollar figure suggests. A solo contractor making $130,000 gross, who pays $12,000 a year for health insurance, has no pension contribution, no paid vacation, and pays 15.3% self-employment tax on net income, is taking home less per working hour than that wage comparison suggests. Run the real comparison for your situation. Include healthcare costs, retirement contributions, paid time off value, workers' comp costs if self-employed, and self-employment taxes. The gap between employee and contractor compensation looks different after all of that is accounted for. This doesn't change the long-term math that business ownership wins when you scale. It does change the short to medium-term math for someone deciding whether to go solo or stay employed. The difference between an electrician earning $70,000 per year and one earning $150,000 isn't luck or geograph. High alone, it's specific decisions and habits. Here's what the top earners in this trade consistently do. They pursue certifications and specialties: solar, EV charging, commercial fire alarm systems, low voltage, industrial control wiring. Each specialty reduces competition and increases rates. An electrician who can do a commercial fire alarm system can charge rates that a residential panel swapper can't. Specialties are not just about knowledge, they're about market positioning. They work in high-paying markets. The geography premium for Bay Area, New York, Seattle, and Boston is not trivial. A journeyman who moves from a mid-tier market to a Tier 1 market for 5 years can accumulate significantly more savings and career equity than one who stays in a lower-paying market for the same period. This is a legitimate financial strategy some electricians pursue intentionally. They maximize overtime. In commercial and industrial work, overtime is available consistently. A journeyman who works 55 hours per week versus 40 earns 37.5% more gross income without any change in hourly rate. Over a year, that difference is $20,000 to $30,000 depending on your market. The physical cost of consistent overtime is real, but so is the financial impact. They get their master license and contractor license. The fastest path to the top of the income chart is owning a well-run electrical business. Every year you wait to pursue that path is a year you're not at the top of the range. The electrical trade is one of the best financial paths available to someone who doesn't want to go the college route. Recession-proof, high demand, physically challenging, but mentally rewarding. And if you're willing to get licensed and run your own business, the ceiling is basically unlimited. The numbers aren't magic. They come from showing up consistently, getting licensed, building skills, and for those who want the most financial upside, eventually running your own operation. Every step on that path is achievable for someone willing to do the work. If you're in the trades or considering them, subscribe to Hardwired Trades. We're going to cover everything from starting your career to running your own company. Real talk, no fluff. See you in the next one.